Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are starting the last exercise of the first chapter, which is on rounding the numbers. In this exercise we are going to learn about rounding numbers. Rounding numbers, why do we need them? It's the process of replacing numbers with the simpler numbers that is close to its original value. Although the rounded number is not exact, however, it is usually accurate enough for our everyday situations. We are using the rounding numbers all the time because exact values are not always necessary. For example, if the distance between two cities is 248.7 kilometers, we may say it's about 249 kilometer or 250 kilometers. We may, if a person, let's say, has a height of 172.8 centimeters, we can round it to 173 centimeter instead of saying that a person's height is 172.8 centimeter. We say height is 173 centimeter. Let's say if you talk about a population of a certain country, in here we have 44,09,950,000. So instead of saying this, we say right away that we round it off to 45 million. So other than that, we have if a cost of a product is something, let's say 19.98, so we say that it's 20 rupees. If it's about time, let's say if a time it's taking 59 minutes to reach somewhere, or 58 minutes, so we say that it takes 1 hour. Or the same is with the weight and temperature. Let's say if it's the temperature is 36.8, we say that the temperature is 37. If the weight is, let's say 5.9 kg, we say it's 6 kg, right? So we are using rounding numbers in our daily life. It makes it easier to read, it makes it easier to remember, to communicate, and use it in calculation. That's one of the reasons we round numbers. So before we start rounding numbers, we need to understand place value. Every digit is a number and it has a specific position, such as units, tens, hundreds, and 10 hundreds and thousands. When we talk about decimal places, especially we use this term when rounding numbers, we talk about the decimal place. When we talk about the decimal place, we are referring to the number of digits after the decimal point. In here, I have given you examples. So in here, this is the decimal. After the decimal, the number that comes, that is the decimal place. If I'm talking about the one decimal place, it means the first digit after the decimal. If I'm saying a two decimal place, it means it has, like in here 5.73, it is two decimal. After the decimal we are having two digits. If I'm saying three decimal place, so it means that after the decimal I have three digits. To round a number, we first identify the place value we are rounding to. Sometimes you are asked to round off a number up to one decimal place. So let's say you're having a digit that has 3 to 4 digits after the decimals, and you have to round it off up to one decimal place. It means that you have to keep the number only one digit after the decimal, just as shown in here. So how do we do the rounding? To round a number, we first identify the place value we are rounding to, then we look at the digit immediately to its right. If that digit is 5 or greater, we increase the rounding digit by 1. If that digit is less than 5, we leave rounding digit unchanged. How we will do that? We are going to practice it in our question. But just the concept of decimal place, the place value, it's important for us to know before we take a start with rounding. Now that we have understood what rounding is and why we use it and how it works, let's begin solving the very first question. step by step. So here we have our very first question that mentions round each number to 2 decimal place. So first we identified the place value we need to keep. Since we are rounding to 2 decimal place, we keep the first 2 digits after the decimal. So in here, taking a start with this one, we have 3.185. So we have 3 digits after the decimal, and we have to round it off to 2 decimal place. So next we look at the third decimal place, because this digit tells us whether we need to round up or keep the number unchanged. Look at the third decimal place, because we have to round it to 2 decimal place. So in here 3.18, this is 2 decimal. The third value that we have, we look into it. If this is 5 or greater, we increase the second decimal digit by 1. So this is the second decimal digit, we increase it by 1 number. It will become 3.19, because this is 5. If this number is 5 or greater than this, we increase it by 1 digit, the second decimal place. If it is less than 5, let's say if it was 4, 3, 2 or 1, then it remains unchanged, and we would write 3.18 only. So this number has been rounded off to 2 decimal place. After making the adjustment, we remove all the digits after the second decimal place, because they are no longer needed. The second one, as you can see in here, 0.064. So we look at the third decimal place, which is 4, where we have 4 as a number. So 4 is less than 5, therefore we are not going to increase the second decimal digit. So it would become 0.06. When we remove the adjustment, as I mentioned earlier, we remove all the digits after the second decimal. So you see, we have removed this 4. 38.345. Look at the third decimal place. So third decimal place, we have 5. If it is 5 or more, round up. What do we mean by rounding up? It means we increase the second decimal place, the second decimal digit by 1 number. So we will get 38.35 in here, 38.35. After doing this, we remove all the digits after the second decimal place. You see, we are not including this 5. So the same we will be repeating. 2.149, we look at the third decimal place. It is greater than 5, so we will change the second digit of the second decimal place by 1 digit. So it will become 2.15. Just a rule I have mentioned in here. If it is 4 or less, we keep the number the same. The second decimal place, the second decimal place is kept the same. The digit is not being increased. So 0.999. So in here we look at the third decimal place, which is 9. It is more than 5. So when it's more than 5, we round it up. What do we do when we round it up? We increase the second decimal place by 1. So when it becomes 10, it means this increase 0.999. If there is 1 increase, it will become 1.00. It becomes 1, right? So when it becomes 1 up to 2 decimal place, it would be 0.00. Next is 0.0456. What is the third decimal place? This 5 is the third decimal place. So it is 5. So what do? We round it up. 4 will increase to 5. So we will get 0.05. Next one, 0.005. So which is the third decimal place? 5 is the third decimal place. So when we round it, it means that we increase this digit by one number. So it will become 0.01. Next we have 41.567. So 41.567. In here again we look into the third decimal place. Looking into the third decimal place, it's greater than 5, so it means we increase the second decimal place digit by one number. It will become 41.57 as shown in here. 8.299. So again we look at the third decimal place. This is 9, that is greater than 5. So what do? We increase the second decimal place digit. So it will become, when it is 9, so when we add 1 or when we increase, it becomes 30. So we get 8.30. Next, 0.4236. Third decimal place is 3. So it is less than 5, therefore no changes will come. We will have 0.42. And after the second decimal place, all other digits are removed. Next we have 0.062. So in here, the third decimal place digit is 2. It is less than 5, so no changes will be done to the second decimal place digit, and we will get, after rounding it up to 2 decimal place, 0.06. After the second decimal place digit, the rest of the numbers or the digits are being removed. As you can see in here, we have 0.06. 0.009. So in here, it is the third decimal place. The digit that we have, it is more than 5. So we increase the second decimal place digit, which is in here 0, so it will become 1, and we will have 0.01. After the second decimal place, the digits that we had, we remove them. So 0.01 is our final answer after rounding this number up to 2 decimal places. 3.016. 6, it is more than 5, so this number, the second decimal place digit, would increase by one number. We will get 3.02. Second last, 12.0164. So this would be rounded off by seeing the third decimal place digit. It is 6, more than 5. So in here, this value, the second decimal place digit, will increase by one number. So we will get 12.02. The digits after the second decimal place will all be removed. 6 and 4 are both removed. Next we have 15.11579. So the third decimal place, we get 5. So since it's 5, we round it up. It means that the second decimal place digit will increase by one number. So it will become 15.12. And the digits after the second decimal place digit will be all removed. That's all for this question. I hope the concept of rounding numbers up to 2 decimal place is getting clear. Thank you everyone, and happy learning.